Maul or Nothing.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Maul or Nothing with Ryan and Max. And also, it is a bumper show. We've got Springbok and Shark fullback Aphelele Fassi. We have a good catch up with him. And the man he's coming up against on Friday in that Challenge Cup final, it's Ryan's old pal, Adam Hastings, the Hastmeister General as well, coming and giving us a little bit of an insight to the Gloucester camp ahead of that fabulous weekend of rugby that's coming up. But first things first, Maxi. Bittersweet was the text message you sent us.
That was the immediate sentiment. It's lovely getting a dub like that at the Stoop. Full house, sun shining, end of season vibes, playoffs beckoning. We were pleading for it, but it was not to be because George Ford, that bastard, had other ideas, and Sale got it done. And that was wild, wasn't it? You would have thought like Faz's last game for Sarri's last home game. You would have thought like they'd get that one, get themselves a nice seeding in the playoffs, but no. Our kid George. You're too tight. George Ford just getting it done, man. So sadly, that was all she wrote for this season. And now you're in that strange, like, sort of, there's all that hindsight and lessons learned and all the good people you're sort of gonna miss.
Hold on, can I just pause the proceedings again here, because you've got to state the obvious. And I know Mark, you get a little bit upset sometimes when I talk about recordings and when we've done stuff. First of all, I think I've just clocked why Max is always fucking late. You know, the clocks went forward quite a while back, Max, and that clock behind your head, it's 12:20.
No one uses clocks or watches, so let's be honest, it's all done by the phone.
Well, that makes sense from your aspect.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but the other thing is, let's be honest. This morning we were due to record again. I phoned Max. Okay. Max, where are you? We've attempted to record this halfway down the M4. Max was driving back from London, where he's been slightly too much fun over the weekend. Yeah, but so you stopped on the M4. It didn't quite work out because we kept getting disconnected from you. You're now home.
My phone overcooked.
That was his excuse, wasn't it? His phone overheated whilst he was.
30 seconds in.
But really, what I want to know is, you went to Quinn's. You must have planned a big old night out because you've been on the piss for the last 2 days in London. Then,
indeed, it was a lovely day. Post game, we went straight to the Parsons Green to Sloaney Pony, where we had war stories with George Gregan, if you remember, not so long ago. Yeah. Great times. That was heaving. It was a melee. It was glorious. Then onwards. Where did we go after that? I ended up in one of your
Wilson effect. You got a Wilson effect.
Archer Street
in Clapham, very good.
Oh my God, you were in the Clapham one on Saturday. I was in the I was in the Soho one on Saturday.
A lot of fun. Another nostalgic tour to Infernos. Haven't been there for a while. The carpets are still sticky. It was like a John Wick movie in there.
Did not go to Infernos.
And then I just headed home. And then lost my phone. But the next day, whilst I was reeling and hanging like Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, I managed to find it.
Worse.
I managed to find it. Kindly, someone who got into the Uber after me took it, and I managed to ring her and get hold of her, and she kindly gave me my phone back. Then we were on to the.
Hold on a minute. Stop there. How good is that? Like, first of all, the anxiety you must have had the next morning after losing your phone. Being on the piss is enough, but then waking up with no phone. Like, I was going to say to you when I spoke to you this morning when you were on your way back, like, I was. They're the days I miss. The end of season when it's all over. It's a bit of a weird one, but those days I got so excited for going on the piss. So anyway, nothing better. Just nothing else to worry about. You could just go on the piss for the next 3 days. So hold on. So we've got the phone back, and then
we've got the phone back. Me and my sister, I had to take her with me so she could help me find it because she had a phone. Anyway, got the phone back after swimming through the concrete jungle that is South London. Got that. Then onwards to Battersea Park, where we met at the pear tree. Little did we know the men of Leicester Tigers were also en route. So that was a big old rugby sandwich. It was actually quite good crack. Just some good chats all round. Boys were in tip-top form.
I did actually see a lot of your Fijians, and I saw Anthony Watson in there.
Yeah.
And I was
Ant was
thinking,
down
hold
there.
on a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Wait, at the Pear Tree in Battersea Park.
Yeah, lovely spot. Lovely spot. It was really weird though, because that's where I learned to ride a bike. So going back there for drinks was just strange. I was like,
Do you know, apparently, random place about it. It's like the biggest importer. I think of that, you know, like the rosé, the X Magnums or something.
Oh,
like
there were a few of those going around. I won't lie. There was a lot of
print
rosé.
money.
Max, who was loosest? Who was going for it?
Who was loosest? Oh, Magnus was on incredible form. He was impeccable. I have not laughed that much in a long time. He was too funny, too funny. Magnus Barbarian. Yeah, mate. It was a great day. Got some
honestly, I genuinely, when I was speaking to you this morning, I was just thinking they were just the best ever. You don't get that anymore. You just end the season, you know that, and people will still be going today, right? People will still be on it today.
Some strange people will still be going. Yeah, not for Maxi boy.
Not strange people. Good people.
Just holding on to the energy, trying so hard to preserve it. We must keep beating the dead horse. So that's, you know, when that happens. Yeah. You feel that? I always feel that change though. It becomes desperation after that. But anyway.
Yeah, but this is only day 2. Day 2 is always.
It's true. We got the end of season awards night tomorrow as well. So that'll obviously get a little bit interesting as well. So
oh man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What other job would you just get to, you finish and then it's just a week of going on the piss with your mates, as effectively you're still getting paid for it. You're still getting paid to just go on the piss all week.
Oh mate, these times make me so sad though. It's just so losing just so many friends that are off, and then oh mate, it's just everything's subject to impermanence, isn't it? It's just.
Was it emotional on Saturday night? After a few drinks, you know, and it's kind of comes. Also, trying to get 20 lads into Artistry. Amazing that you managed to do it.
No, there were splinter cells everywhere, Mark. There were splinter cells everywhere. London's a big place. You can get lost in all sorts of madness. But yeah, it does. It is always emotional, isn't it? Especially when they're very dear friends to you, and yeah, people start getting a little bit dewy-eyed, and then it gets.
Was anyone retiring?
No one retiring. No. But yes, and that was all she wrote. A great season, and sadly we missed out at the big boy table at the end there, but. I had a lot of fun.
It's so weird. It's so weird to think you've done all that graft, all that, remember the beginning of the season was so tough, you're in a really dark place.
Oh, mate.
Then it all took off again, and you started saying, Pat, it's clipped.
Roller coaster.
and then literally, one game, you're all thinking next week could be our week, we could be going into fun, and then it's all over. It's just done. It's finished. There's nothing left.
Dust. And that's sport. That's life.
Mental. It is mental. It is absolutely crazy, isn't it?
Did you guys know? Did Bristol know? Did the boys all know at half time what was going on across at the Stone X? Did you keep an eye, or were you guys just focused so you would just get your win, and then suddenly it got informed?
What happened
from the
was,
sidelines?
yeah. So I think James Williams, after I scored, I think started shouting at Craner, being like, Afsari's done it, and Craner's there, and he's like, and obviously we've just scored bonus point try and everything, and then Craner's just body language, shake of the head.
Oh, mate.
Well, I mean, also for them to do it, do you know what I mean? That was, in a weird way, that was the sort of banker, wasn't it? When you think about it, how hard Saracens are to beat, generally speaking, and how difficult they are to break through, but particularly at home. Yeah. Were you guys come on, lads? That sucked.
I know, but to be fair to Sale, they're on a run of form, and everyone's back now. And we always knew if they have a fairly healthy changing room, they were always going to be a tough cookie to crack. And I think George Ford's got a very good understanding of how to play against Saracens. Brilliant player, and fair play to him.
I'll tell you one thing that needs to be addressed and brought up from that game is Beven Rodd diving. Boys, it's just not on.
He is highlighted.
And it's good. You should be memed for that. You should be memed. And good on you, Faz, coming over, like, giving a stick.
Wait.
You soft prick.
What did he call it? Disgrace. Yeah, it's disgraceful, Bevan.
But
The accent, perfect.
And you can tell that once he's done it, he's obviously lying there going, "Oh, what have I done? Why have I done this?" And you see it in a lot of people because you see it when Hoggy did it back in the day, South Africa versus Scotland, when Nigel came over and made an absolute fool of him. Luke Pearce made a fool of Beven Rodd. Also, there was one I remember.
Nick White, wasn't it?
Oh, Nick White. Well, I mean,
Nick White had one.
Mate,
there's the biggest one. Brian Habana playing for Toulon. I can't remember who he's playing against. Maybe Munster or someone. Someone just gives him a cheeky little check of the shoulder and the old dive onto his back. There's been a few of them. Someone should make a highlight reel of them, but that is not play on. We're not happy with that. So you should be named and shamed, Beven Rodd. Absolute disgrace.
No, just the worst. And also, the way Faz really highlights it, and that will just get played over because you hear it so clearly, don't you?
Spitting. You can see him spitting in fury. Mental.
Right. Let's go through the game with Max quickly. I've got a question for you though, Maxie. What do Caden Murley, Johnny May, and Freddie Stewart all have in common?
Caden Murley, Johnny May, and Freddie Stewart all have in common.
It's a tough one, but I know the answer to this. Do you want to know? They've scored less tries than Max Leaf this season.
Oh baby!
God. That is some kind of stat, Mark. God bless you.
And what's even more impressive is yours are all off the bench as well. You're coming on, making impact. I mean, Pat,
we need is there a stat, Matt? We need a proper breakdown of tries per minutes played this season. It'll be like Max Leaf right at the top.
That one where I went over right. I get to that breakdown. Gabs is over the ball, and he looks back at me. He goes, "Do it right now. Go now." I was in two minds whether to secure the breakdown or not, and it was always shocked and looking at me like, "What are you doing? Go!" Crack me up.
How good.
Just so you know, Aphelele talked about your reaction to your previous. The meat pies. He was talking about the double. In any case, that's something for all our listeners and viewers to look forward to. Max, as a whole, you're very happy with the season?
Personally, yeah, I'm really happy with how I'm going. But as a team, yeah, I'm obviously there's a massive disappointment. But that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. And over the sort of the length of the season, when you kind of look back at certain contests and think about how stuff's changed, you just get a little bit. It can drive you a little bit mad, can't it? But yeah, really disappointed. But I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, so to speak, performance-wise.
Every time I finished a season, it would be I'll do anything to do this all the time, but it would be 2 weeks. Don't go near a gym. Don't do any sort of fitness. Is that you? Yes, not you, is it? You're gonna have the ropes out. You're gonna have that.
Very different to Max, right?
No,
You're
I'm gonna get
weird
now.
metal
I've got
pole
no
out.
games. Yeah, now we're gonna get really weird, Ryan.
Oh, that's so weird. That's so weird. You're so weird. Surely just take 2 weeks to just relax and get pissed and eat what you want. And
that's his Bali holiday or whatever.
Maybe a Zercher split stance squat of 200 and something kilos and try and just contort my back and stimulate incredible hypertrophy and change.
That is so weird. Will you do any fitness? Will you try and keep fit?
Oh no, I will. I'm going to do some. I might touch on some little bit of grappling. Go down to Sweatbox, get my head kicked in by some assassins. I'll do, and then some sprints and some running just to keep the.
Well, aren't you strictly off season? Don't your S&C coaches tell you not to run, Max, because you have got some previous obviously with tearing your calves running.
Yeah, Max, do never road run. never ever road run ever.
But you're
again.
fine to go and grapple with some weird human beings.
grapple.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
probably
strong.
not. But like, as long as you treat it sort of, it's not like Mortal Kombat. It's fine. You do what I mean? It's like sparring. It's absolutely.
You boys catch the Fury Usyk fight. See that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. What did you think?
Oh, mate. Well, I don't know who you wanted to win. I sort of wanted Tyson Fury to win. But when he had him on the ropes, when he was bouncing off the ropes, the fact that he managed to stay on his feet, I do not know how he did that. But Usyk, he definitely deserved it, didn't he? He was,
100%. Yeah.
he was pretty good. But
The press
you
at
always
the end, the
feel
emotional
bad for
press.
Tyson Fury, though, don't you? As in a weird way, where he's got to come up with, he's got to react to it, having just like had his head pummeled all over the place, and obviously he said some stuff that you're like, he was wrong. I mean, Usyk deserved that, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but whilst we're talking again, head's pummeled in. I thought we'd bring that one
The
up.
Usyk's presser at the end was beautiful, though. Very touching.
Yeah.
Huge moment. Oh,
It was.
Imagine the high. Imagine the high of being the heavyweight undisputed champion of the world. It must be mental, especially coming from where he's come from as well. Sort of seen as like not really a heavyweight, and now he's that guy. He's the daddy.
I've just had an idea. Why don't we do some off-season boxing? Me and you, Max. We should have a little spar.
I'm down.
How good would that
I'd
be?
love that. That'd be quite fun.
Mark could be the ring girl.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. I knew you wouldn't even go for a referee. You wouldn't even go for like a mildly enjoyable sort of bit in the middle. I'm just
Okay.
the girl going around.
Okay, you could be the referee, but we'll give you a little skirt. A little skirt to referee and a tiny little crop top. Something about it, but let's look at it. We've got some good ideas coming up for the off season, haven't we? So we'll be working on those. I'm looking forward to it. I need another really important question as well. Was there a dress code for Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, it was actually pretty chill on Sunday. It was co-ords, bro. The Quins boys were like in some sort of Harry Potter outfits, but Caden Murley was dressed as a pimp, and he was just the most handsome devil you've ever seen. He had like a leotard, big furry mink coat on, leather jeans. He looked glorious.
What, a pimp from Harry Potter?
Yeah, I don't know how that. I don't know how he.
I don't remember watching
Everyone else.
that.
Everyone else. Well, no, there was like Harry Potter characters, and then there was other stuff.
Oh, that's
All
from
a bit of
Harry.
Blair.
That's from Harry Put One In Her. That's the porno bit.
Well, yeah, he really suited it. It was he looked class. I'm gonna give him that. 20 hands.
Hold on a minute. So were the Quins boys out with you Saturday night, or was this just afterwards in the change room kicking
No,
about
this was
post
Sunday.
match?
No, this was Sunday. I forgot. So after the pear tree, we ended up where where everyone ends up on Sunday.
The ship.
Yes, indeedy. And and there was a few more there as well.
Right, okay, that makes sense. I just pictured you going in for a beer afterwards in the change room, and he's dressed as a pimp, just kicking about in the post-match function, and everyone else is like Hagrid and fucking.
Lorde was Quirrell. He looked so right as Quirrell as well. It was terrifying. First bloke I saw.
Fucking hell. Oh, I love those days. And how good, like going down to the ship, absolutely packed. They let everyone in.
Oh, they're sacred
No
days,
rules.
aren't they?
Max, we love it when you score, but the camera looked to be right up in your grill. How did it feel?
It's all right. It's all right.
He
It's
fucking
kind of...
loves it. He
No, it's just a bit of fun. You know, like you just play around with the camera a bit. You've already scored, so you can't like jinx it now, can you? That's how I think. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, don't go too hammy here. But yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
What was the emotion when you found yourself one-on-one, Marcus Smith, ball in hand?
Oh, lads, did you see me in the kick chase line? My God. Like a gazelle. I'd just come off the bench, so fresh as a daisy. Anyway, saw him, the tricksy hobbit. You know what he's like. Just elusive, like a cashmere snow, like a greasy deer. So I knew there was something going to come out of it. So I just held off, connect with the line. Let the fast guys come up and help me out here. And thankfully he passed it after some sort of attempted skullduggery.
He shit himself. He's seen those videos of you swinging ropes around in big metal poles, and he was like, I ain't going near that bloke. He's odd. He's an odd character, that one. If he gets hold of me, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that's fun. No, it's such a fun game. I love playing Quins. It's always fun. Like it's so loose, and It's just end-to-end stuff. Both teams trying to have a crack. You just get to do the stuff that you really sort of love about rugby, you know, like the ball carrying, the tackling, space. Good day out.
Well, as it stands, so Northampton and Bath will be at home in the semi-finals, and Sale and Saracens will be travelling away. They're the four whose season continues. Max's is over. The URC season, meanwhile, really, really heating up at the business end, and probably the big result of the weekend, Willisoni, Leinster.
I would have more gone with, whilst Max was scoring meat pies, I was getting pied. Did you see me get a cake smashed in my face?
That's more important than all the rugby, was you getting pied, yes.
Much more important, because I don't quite think they know what they've started. I think that Jamie Lyle and some of these people over there in Premier Sport need to realise Wilson likes pranks too. Oh, you like
yeah, you're the escalator. I would never have a prank off with you.
Oh, you like little pranks, do you, boys? Oh, no. How exciting. I was like, oh, okay. Even on the flight back on the way, I'm like, don't close your eyes, motherfucker. And I could see the genuine fear in his face where he's like, ah. And I was like, yeah, okay. But it's going to be a long, slow burner. For those that didn't see it, I was presented with a birthday cake on my fucking birthday. Only to close my eyes, because again, very superstitious. I was going to make a lovely wish about Glasgow Warriors making sure they finished top, and it smashed in my face. At one point, I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I didn't actually know what it was. And then opened my eyes. I looked like Mrs. Doubtfire. She's coming, dear. Would you like 2 drops? And but I said to him afterwards, I was like, no, good on you, man. Good on you.
Oh God, one of those.
And he was like, you know, are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, that's all good. I was like, there's no one else we could have done it to. Like, you'd at least take it. I was like, I know, but I just want you to realise you might have started something that you don't want to see the end of, because it's going to come back to bite you.
I reckon you'd be the worst person to have a prank off with, genuinely. Like, Matt Garvey was terrifying, like, living with him, because there was no line he wouldn't cross in the battle of pranks.
That's the problem.
And I think you're the exact same person. No realm is closed off to you. Do you know what I mean? Your moral compass is so skewy. You wouldn't care about where it goes.
I received a fair few messages from boys that know me quite well and the like, and they were like, "What have they done? What have they
created a monster?"
And then, and so even the best thing was, even the producer for Premier Sports, like the top guy, I was like, just a heads up, I'm not sure what you've done. Like, I'll go to the point where I'll get sacked just to get one back. I don't mind if I get fired. If I can just do one, good enough. So yeah, I'll let it brew, boys, but it'll be interesting. But yeah, the big one for me, Glasgow obviously lost that game against the Lions. Going so well, sat top nicely. Munster jumped to the very top after beating Edinburgh on Friday night, which they ground out a win against Edinburgh. But Munster go top, and then Glasgow needed to beat Lions or get something out of it, and they got absolutely nothing. There was 9 minutes of madness in the middle of that game. And that's how quickly a season can turn around. You're looking at a home quarter, a home semi, and potentially a home final if you get through those. And suddenly Glasgow find themselves in fourth, whereas if we're doing a roundup of the URC, I jumped straight into that one. Ulster, John Cooney, balls are still slotting a penalty right at the end of the game to beat Leinster at home, which is huge for Ulster, because it then meant they qualify for the top 8. So they've qualified for the quarters. And Leinster, don't then make it above third. So, boys, it's, again, in terms of like the leagues and how they're looking, it's completely nuts. It's completely nuts. The Bulls went and hammered Benetton, which we expected them to beat them, but they were 56-35 in that game. So around that, it all goes down. Obviously, European Cup this weekend, but then going down to the last weekend, there's a few big games there. So we'll see how they go. But yeah, gutted for Glasgow, absolutely gutted. But some other results that went our way in terms of Leinster. But Munster, boys, they're peaking nicely. We said it about last season. They came here in a quarter-final. Glasgow still get a home quarter-final, which is good. But that semi-final might have slipped away from us if we win the quarter.
It's all coming down the final weekend. Well, how do you see it going down, Ryan?
Oh, there's too much. There's too much to talk about towards the end because Leinster play Connacht, Benetton play Edinburgh. I think Benetton win that. Whether Edinburgh then make it through, I'm not sure. We spoke about it with Aphelele after this. Sharks, if they win this weekend, they're basically going to be on the piss for a week. So they go against the Bulls. They're not really going to have any chance against them. And then the big one is Munster-Ulster. After Ulster beating Leinster at the weekend, Ulster now go to Munster and play a game. And they'll obviously want to push and try and make their way further up the league. So, I don't know. I think it could end up with... it could end up with a Glasgow Stormers or Glasgow Stormers quarters. I'm still be confident Glasgow do the job, but then potentially Bulls in the semi-final back over there in Pretoria. So, it's a tough one, but the boys will be all right. We'll see how they go, but fucking gutted for them and how quickly a season can turn around just from one game. Just from literally 9 minutes. 9 minutes of the game against the Lions where they were good, to be fair. Glasgow weren't great, but the Lions were good. So, there's my URC Roundup, boys. It's that time in the show again, boys, where we say a huge thank you to our sponsor. That is Wolfcraig Distillers. Max, what is the website that they need to head to?
Wolfcraig.com.
Now, boys, this week we've got something pretty exciting. Wolfcraig Distillers is excited to bring you a custom Maul or Nothing Wolfpack membership. That's right, for listeners of the Maul or Nothing show, they can head over to the website and they get priority access and a lifetime discount off of small batch whiskies of 30 years old and older for a one-time payment of only 35 quid. These special rewards can be yours. So all you got to do, head over to the website, find the little link in the shopping trolley, and then you click on the Maul or Nothing Wolfpack membership. Take that out and there'll be loads of little perks that come throughout the season with that. So a big thank you again to Wolfcraig Distillers for their continued support. But now we're offering our listeners a little opportunity to go over there and do something different. So jump over to wolfcraig.com and enjoy those little benefits that you get.
It's been lovely having Max on talking us through his end of season. But earlier on, Ryan and I caught up with the Springbok and Shark fullback Aphelele Fassi, as well as the Gloucester fly half Adam Hastings. We are delighted to be joined by Sharks and Springbok fullback. It's the weekend special himself. It's Aphelele Fassi. Hello, Aphelele. How you doing, mate?
Nah, all good, eh? Can't complain. Just landed here in London today. Few hours. Loving it. Loving the weather.
You've literally just touched down in London, am I right? You've literally just landed from Durban.
Yeah, we landed like an hour and a half ago or 2 hours ago. So just had lunch now.
Aphelele, it's always like this, mate. It's always 28 degrees, sunshine, absolutely beautiful. It's basically South Africa by the Thames.
Bullshit.
I really wish it was. The last time we were here, it was actually good weather. Terrible in Swansea, but yeah, happy, and hopefully it sticks like this for the whole week.
Aphelele, tell me, why the weekend? Why the nickname? Just explain it to people.
So there's a commentator, later Kaunda Dunja. I don't know if you know him. Xhosa commentator. And then there's a singer called Brenda Fassi. So she had a song. It says "Weekend Special." You only see me on weekends, never during the week. So it's a thing of, okay, I'll see you on the weekend, do your performances and stuff like that. But during the week, we don't see you basically putting in the hard work and everything. But yeah, it's all bullshit and all people like take it in their own way.
So let's crush into, genuinely, for us, I think, and Ryan's spoken about you before on the pod, tearing up the URC this season. I don't think it's being harsh on the Sharks to say they've had a pretty poor set of results, but you individually, we'll drum roll them up. Most clean breaks with 22, most meters 1,147, second most carries with 175. In a struggling team, those are astounding stats.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think, like you said, the Sharks we haven't had the greatest season. I think for me, like, just personally, like, it was all a mindset shift, like, coming from like a set of 2 injuries in a row and then having preseason, just telling myself that, I think this is the season the way I want to be at my best form and just have a bit of consistency in it. I think obviously injuries are part of the game, and that's what I've tried to limit this kind of season.
But Aphelele, I've been keeping a close eye on obviously everything that is Sharks and work across the URC. And
Yeah.
mate, every time I've covered any Sharks games, you've always been one of the standout performers. And there's so many big names. You obviously Sharks have been recruiting as well. We had Andre Esterhazen on here a couple of weeks ago. I know you were down at his stomping ground, the Stup, that you went and played at recently. But, with all these big names in there, you're standing out. Another man that's I've been really impressed with since he's come in is Masuku as well. He's steering the ship for you boys at the moment as well.
Yeah, I think, he's a guy that didn't get opportunity, obviously, during the season. And, I think one thing that he did is have patience. And then, obviously, given the opportunity, he delivers with his magic. You can tell with having 4 man of the match performances in a row, speaks a lot of volume. So I think, he's in definitely great touch and great form. And, hopefully he can keep that up.
It's been a bit of a funny old season for you guys in a way. You've been
Very
fabulous in the
tricky,
Challenge Cup.
very
but
tricky.
what's been? Let's start. We'll work our way into all the positive stuff,
Yeah.
Aphelele. But let's start a little bit. How has it kind of gone down? Because it's been, as we said, a difficult. The URC has not gone well for you guys.
Yeah, very tricky. I don't know how to put it. First tour, 5 games, losing 5 games, coming back saying you're gonna win, and losing close to 7 to 6 games in a row. Obviously, like any other spectator or any other, even when you're in the team, you kind of have doubts in your season or like in yourself as a team. But one thing that stood out for me was just how the leadership group, gathered everyone, and, kind of told us that we actually don't want to be the laughing stock of South Africa, because obviously, being one of the 4 biggest clubs in South Africa, you don't want to be the laughing stock of South Africa. So I think that's where everything kind of changed. And then obviously within the 4 lines, just being able to finishing off those small opportunities that we in the first 6 rounds of URC we kind of lacked.
Yeah, I
think obviously
everyone...
it put us on a back foot, like on a total basis.
Everyone watching you now, though, coming into the end of the season, and you hit your form, and like you said, it almost like Masuku came in, he was like the glue that you needed to bind everyone together. And then from then, you guys have been building nicely. And obviously, in the Challenge Cup, it's been a complete different story. How excited are you for this weekend in the big one against Gloucester?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think I played 1 Currie Cup, 1 final in my life. So to be playing a second final, and especially, this competition is the biggest competition, obviously, pretty much excited. I can't wait to obviously get the prep going, and hopefully, also being playing at the big Tottenham stadium will be nerve-wracking, but also excitement.
Yeah, who's your football team before we go any further?
They're currently winning now, Man City. So also nervous, but yeah, it's actually playing on the TV while I'm watching, while I'm here.
Just so you know, Aphelele, I am if
you look like the Arsenal fan.
No, I'm Tottenham Hotspur, mate. I'm Tottenham Hotspur. We have everyone was like, "You're the kingmakers. You can decide the Premiership title race." We're like, "Nah, we'll just lose to everyone. It's fine." But if Man City don't win and Arsenal win, I then have to go and do the parade tomorrow. I have to go and do the parade for Arsenal, which as a Tottenham fan would be horrific. So please win. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Yeah. But I think Ryan's point though is that, mate, you have that stadium breathtaking, like the best one in the world, genuinely.
Yeah, I did my research. Apparently, the NFL also plays there, and it's like the best stadium you could say in England.
Oh, mate, you wait. They've got a full-time... So when you get down there, I'm guessing you'll do your captain's run down there.
Yeah.
So make sure you ask them. They'll show you in the NFL dressing room, which is full-time NFL dressing room. So you go in there, they've got all the shirts up. And then if you can, ask them, they'll take you down underneath the pitch. And underneath the pitch is a mile-long go-kart track sponsored by the Formula One.
Ooh. Nah, that's insane.
Man.
That's insane. That's a lot of money, eh? A lot of people have a lot of money to build stadiums like that.
Too right. Well, we'll be there. We'll be there on Saturday certainly, and we might be down there on Friday. So we'll try and look out for you boys. We're looking forward to it, and we've got Adam Hastings.
What shirt are you wearing?
This is tricky. Ryan's very, very good mates with a couple of the boys at Gloucester, particularly Adam Hastings, who we've also got on the show. So there's a sort of head-to-head Aphelele. But
you must just be like the rugby guy. Way half and half.
Yeah, he'll be like this.
Yeah, exactly. That guy, eh? What about that bloke? But nah, listen, I'm swaying towards the Sharks. I'll say different when Adam Hastings is on in a minute, but I've got to stick with the URC, man. Sticking with the URC.
We love the Sharks. Come on, we love the Sharks, Wills. We do. And to be fair, it's a strange situation where both the Sharks and Gloucester only have this to play for. And it's such a big game because you've both had bad seasons, but in Europe have been phenomenal, and you both are playing off for this only opportunity to really to get into the to potentially get into the Champions Cup and also to pick up some silverware. Do you feel a bit of pressure, or is everybody a little relaxed? How's the vibe in the camp?
Yeah, obviously, I think we had a week training back in South Africa. I think everyone's kind of obviously calm in terms of. I think it was obviously 2 weeks before. I think I'll totally hear how or feel how the vibe is probably starting tomorrow when everything kicks off. But yeah, I think like you said, it's two teams that are playing to be in the Champions Cup for next season.
Yeah.
So should be a pretty exciting day.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it, Mark? You boys win, then everyone fighting for the top 8 in the URC. Whoever finished 8th actually misses out. So it's turned into a race for the 7. But oh man, I'm looking forward to it. And you boys have done well to get there. And I think there's a lot of people looking at your squad and thinking, you probably deserve it. We'll see. We'll see what you do. But it builds excitement for next season as well with the people that are obviously other players that are coming in. Yeah. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourselves. One thing you definitely don't want to get ahead of yourself with, but you might be able to disclose to us here. Are you the sort of guy that would pack the champagne goggles for when you win?
I'll disclose it. Yeah, I do. They are.
Yeah, that's how good.
Yeah. Early in the week.
You've got to do it. You've got to come prepared. Whether it's win or lose, you've got to come prepared. So I'm all for that.
They switch from champagne glasses to just sort of beer glasses if it's the loss. But what's quite nice though, Aphelele, even in the semi-final, you saw that the sort of Europe-based Shark fans coming out, and some of the big guys. There was KP, Kevin Peterson was out. Sia, obviously, coming across. How does it feel when you've got these big names coming to just cheer you boys on?
Yeah, it was lovely to see, I think, like on Friday, when we had captains that day, I spoke to one of the guys and I was like, I'm not expecting like a big crowd, and then I actually texted Marcus Smith the same day, and I was like, do you think we'll have a big crowd? He's like, I don't know. We normally do, but there's a lot of South Africans in London, so you'll probably get a big crowd. And then when we went to warm up, and I was like, oh, okay, like it's actually a massive crowd. And then just the atmosphere that they brought was kind of massive. Like it was unbelievable.
The other thing I need to know, and I don't know why, I just get the feeling, I just get the gist off you. Who's the hype man? Who's the hype man in the team, like getting the tunes on, getting boys pumped up? I feel like it's you. I don't know why.
Nah. We have different guys. I think I would say music, probably go to Werner Koch, kind of a blues candidate, and then silly guy in the team. I think pretty much everyone's kind of silly at their own time. Then we have big eaters, obviously your props and everything, you know.
Who's the silliest, Aphelele? Go on. Who's the one you're like, it's been a tough week, you've come off the back of a loss or something, and this guy comes in and just lights up the room?
I'll go with Bongi Monambi. Yeah, he's quite a character, you know, like at times, yeah, he's quite a character. And also my pimps. And also my pimpy, yeah. I remember we had we played a game and we lost, and you know everyone was sulking and everything, and he's just like, yeah, it's done. But like in a silly way, like it's done. There's nothing you can change about it. Like, well, the coach was obviously in the changing room as well, and like people started laughing. That's crazy.
Aphelele, the important thing that I've got to know is obviously the game is on the Friday night. Will you be hanging around for the weekend, having a night out in London, and will you end up going to the other final?
Yeah, no, we unfortunately won't be. We will be traveling to Saturday, the next day, but pretty much like late. We'll be traveling pretty much late, and we'll be hanging just around for one more night, you know.
Oh, because you've got to finish the URC. You've got one more game.
Yeah, we've got one more game for URC. Yeah, but it would have been nice. Would have been nice to hang out. And
hold on.
Watch
who have you?
Leicester.
I'm trying to think. Who have you got in the URC the week after?
We've got the Bulls. We're playing the Bulls
At home.
At home, yeah. So they'll also probably bring out their strong squad because they want to finish first, or you know.
Well, that's it. Exactly that. And Glasgow would need Sharks to do a favour. Glasgow obviously are needing the Bulls to slip up in that last day. But I'm guessing we'll be watching that game then. And when you win on Friday night, thinking, oh, God, they're all going to have the worst fucking hangovers ever for that Bulls game. Yeah.
13 hours of hell. 13 hours of hell in the plane, bro.
Hey, wait, how was your Aphelele? How was the flight over? Who was, how does it work within the Sharks? Because Ryan always talks about like who, there's a few seats in business and there's some weird way the leadership gets it. How does it work? The hierarchy. Fair enough. He's very old school, Ryan.
we flew in two groups. Some guys went earlier, obviously flew business. Everyone flew business. Except the management, they were like, nah, management can't fly business. They're not playing or anything,
See, we've had a couple flights with Glasgow where they're like, sorry, boys, there's half and half. And honestly, the shit and the arguments that goes on, like, boys. And everyone's like, match day 23, need it. And we're like, whoa. Academy boys, get down the bottom. Like, young boys.
A lot of players, even in our team, like, oh, I'm carrying a niggle, so I'm supposed to recover. So crazy.
Too right. Rory Darge, he had never been in a business class flight before, and we came up to business class, and I was like, Darge, what are you doing? And it was like 7 hours into the flight, sat bolt upright. He didn't know it fully reclined. I was like, Darge, surely. He was just so focused on like the films and like, how good is this? How good are the films and the food? And I'm like, it turns into a bed.
Nah, he's not used to it. He wasn't used to it.
Boys.
Aphelele, let's keep going with the positive vibes. I don't want to put you in too much of a tricky conversation, but we've talked about how good your form was. There are a few headlines that have been flying around about Fassi being primed for his Springboks return. That it hadn't gone unnoticed with Coach Arazi. That you'd reportedly been invited to the kind of online
alignment camp,
is that all? Is it everything's looking okay?
Yeah, pretty. I can say working in my favor, but like I said, or like I've been saying or telling myself that what gets you there is the performances that you deliver, obviously through your club level, and I think obviously your headspace is half and half, and but I truly just want to focus on the job that is on hand, like until the season finishes, and be able to control what I can control, as being able to put in performances that are very consistent.
I know that, but we said it right at the beginning. A team that probably was struggling and not doing the best with all the superstars in it, but you were a standout performer. The amount of performances you put out there, so mate, we're backing you. I think you'll be alright.
We got our fingers crossed. But talk us through. I mean, what does it mean? You know, as a South African, to earn that first Springbok cap as you did against Georgia in 2021.
That means a lot. I think like any country, bro, that you play for, like, you know, like you grow up wanting to play for your country. I don't think like there's any like rugby player that takes rugby like professionally serious that never wants to play for their country. So yeah, bro, like I think when I did put on that Springbok jersey for the first time, you know, shed a tear. And then obviously when I told my parents that week that I've been selected to play, like you could see just the excitement that they had, you know, for me. It totally shows that, you know, just the backing that they had, and then obviously like they knew in a way that dream has come true for me, like within the high school ranks. You know, coming into professional setup, putting in the hard work when no one's watching. So they were extremely proud, and I was proud of myself as well.
Yeah, well, fully deserve a few more, mate. I'm sure of that. So we look forward to seeing you in a Springbok jersey.
Again, and also let's keep that record up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 3 caps, 2 tries. You just keep doing that, and you know you might see if you can get. You've got there's people you can go right up that list of international try scorers at that rate, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, I can imagine. You know, I like scoring tries. They say fullbacks are supposed to create tries, but yeah, like at times you must also have a dip. You know, it's like Ryan saying I'm a fetcher, but he likes scoring tries as well.
Everyone likes talking about them.
Yeah, exactly. The other bloke that sits on there usually, Max Laheath, he's been scoring tries recently as a prop. We don't know what's wrong with him.
Did you see his celebration on the second one?
Yeah. So good. We were literally like, and even the commentators like, look at his face.
His eyes lit up like.
Exactly.
We went
he's
so
on the
big.
Piss. He's on the piss now. Max is heavily on the piss right now, so he's in London actually. So watch out for him.
That's nice.
Talk us through. We said we love tries. We've somehow managed to get Max's tries into a conversation, which is kind of bizarre because it's not like he's prolific or anything. He is at the moment. But you talk us through what was that feeling, knowing that not just you were a Springbok, but now you cross the whitewash for your country.
Yeah, bro. Like if you could watch that game again, like I still remember it, even though it was 3 years back. You know, I still remember it even like now how it happened. Like I couldn't believe it. Like the moment I caught the ball, like the whole week, we were told as wingers like just back your pace, just back yourself. Like if you have 7 meters, just back yourself. You know, and yeah, the moment like Peter Steph passed me the ball, like that's what like went into my mind. Like I don't care, like whatever happens, even if I get tackled out, like just back yourself. And then when that moment came when I scored, like I couldn't even celebrate. Like it felt like unreal. I couldn't even celebrate. And then I think really while we were walking back, it was like, do you know that you probably like the 3rd or 4th player that has done that on their debut with their first start to score on debut? And I looked at him, but I was like, do I respond to him? How do I respond to him? Like, you know? And then I just giggled, and then and then the game went pretty well after that. You know, the confidence that the guys gave me was pretty special.
Have your parents talked you through that? Because I can only imagine as a parent,
bro,
and watching your first touch, like, what the hell's going on here?
Like I, after the game, went onto my phone, and then my mom was starting to call me. And then I was like, no, I can't answer now, because you know, like you don't wanna, it's your first cap, you don't wanna have those loud, you don't wanna be the loudest in the changing room, so I'm like, I can't answer now. And then when I saw a message, it's literally like maybe 6 videos of 1 minute videos of them repeating the same thing, but like flipping the cameras, tossing it to the kids around. I was like, okay, that's joy, like and I guess like every parent wants to feel like that with their child.
Awesome. We've got some questions we want to fire you. Some quick fire stuff.
Quick fire stuff. Full name of the opposition you're playing?
Gloucester Rugby.
Where do they play?
Where do they play? What's the stadium name? Starts with the K though.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
that's good. That's good.
We're doing the same for Hasto.
We're doing
by
the same
way.
to
That's
Hasto,
why
so-
we know Hasto's going to mess these up.
Yeah, it starts with the K though.
Kings,
Yeah,
home.
King's
King's
home.
home. Yeah.
Who's the opposition's biggest threat?
I can't speak about forwards, so I'll speak about the back line. Johnny May.
He had a worldie, didn't he, at the weekend?
Yeah,
I think he had a worldie at the weekend. Yeah, with his new mohawk as well. Fuck yeah.
Who are you most looking forward to facing?
Adam Hastings.
Nice.
Nice. Who are you least looking forward to facing?
Is he Tongan or like Fijian, like number 6?
Oh, Albert Tuasui.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big man. He's a
He's
big
Fijian, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out for Big
yeah.
Albert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, run away.
Yeah. Get out of the ruck there, bro.
Who's going to have the best support in the stadium?
I'll go Sharks. PR are doing a massive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, PR department. What's gone wrong this season?
Not finishing opportunities.
Will this game put it all right?
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely will. If we win, it definitely will. If we lose, people remember us for being number 13 on the log.
True that. Give us a score prediction.
I'll go Tatuan 30-22.
And you've already answered this one, but the most important, just give us the answer. Are the champagne goggles packed?
They're 100% packed. Red and black. Red and black.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, look, we're not. I know you've just landed. You're probably going to want to have a bit of a rest and stuff, but
Yeah.
we really, really appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And good luck. Good luck for Friday.
Thank you. Thanks for having me as well.
So that was Aphelele Fassi. And then later on, Ryan and I caught up with his old pal, Adam Hastings. We are delighted to have our friend of the show, Adam Hastings, on ahead of a crucial week. First things first, how are you doing, Hasto?
I'm alright, thanks, mate. It's lovely weather down south at the moment, as I'm sure you know. But yeah, it was good. We had a 4-head dinner last night after the game for the MND charity. So yeah, it was a good event. I've been to a couple of them now. So yeah, that was good fun after what was a good result for us against Newcastle yesterday.
Stand off the vodka sodas, I hope, mate, with the big one coming up.
Yeah, no vodka sodas, mate. There's a big one coming up. Mate, I was ill all last week. I had a stomach bug after the Treviso game, and then we got cuts from the pitch, so they got infected, and then I think my immune system was gone, so then I got tonsillitis. So I've got accidentally shredded, which is beast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Just in time for holiday, so I'm really gutted about that. But I was chilling last night. I think most of the boys were, to be fair. There's a few boys having a couple, but Skivs was there, so ruined the party, didn't he?
You're surely not as shredded as those pics. Whenever you talk about being shredded, those pics of you in Ibiza with Blair.
Yeah, but that was silly because that was during COVID, so we were just running stupid amounts. But no, nowhere near that, mate. That was dangerous. Mate, how are you? You've been golfing every day.
Proper golf wanker now. I genuinely.
That's your job, mate.
That's my job, mate. That is my job. I'm obviously working, doing stuff at the weekends, but in the week, I'm entertaining clients. I'm doing a golf vlog. I don't really have a handicap yet, but I shot 31 at the weekend. 31 over.
Wait, 31 over?
Yeah.
31 over. I shot 101 at Glasgow Golf Club, the easiest golf club ever.
Oh my god, mate. Oh, I'll
Hey,
keep
but
going.
it's all about being honest. Like, I'm not one of these people that's going to lie about my scorecard. I'm
Yeah.
fucking honest.
Exactly.
So,
Thanks,
the
mate.
golf vlog. Oh, the golf vlog's coming, mate. So you'll be part of it when you're back up in Glasgow.
excited.
Let's talk about that first. Should we just go straight
Yeah.
into that? You're coming home.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm not excited for the weather. That's the only drawback. I don't know what it's like up there at the moment. You actually look all right colour, mate.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Suntan out there. I was actually lying out in the garden just before you came on. So don't worry, it won't be like
nice,
that
mate.
when you get here in a few.
Yeah. No, mate, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, they're flying at the moment. Obviously, I know the setup well, the city well. So and then a lot of the boys. I think obviously the squad's changed a lot in the 3 years I've been away, but there's still quite a few familiar faces, and yeah, they're going really well. So yeah, it's an exciting team to come back and play for.
Hey, Steve, be honest. How on earth did you get your girlfriend to persuade her to move with you?
Shit.
No, she's not moving. Who's told you that? Was that Blair? Stitch shot, mate. No, I think she doesn't want to leave London, which I don't blame her. So I'll try. I've been trying my best, and I'll keep trying. I'll hopefully get a nice house, and that'll persuade her.
Talking about your missus, Blair also said that was you showboating for her.
Yeah.
It was
When?
Talk to us about the techers. What?
The
What do you mean, man? You know
Which
exactly
one?
when.
Which
one?
Roll TV, roll TV.
Roll VT.
Yeah, he's a fan, isn't he? Mate, how bad's his nose?
Oh my god!
Literally, I was just voice noting him there. He says it's still sore.
And it's still like complete right angle. Like he was like, I messaged him saying, any straight. He was like, yeah, and then he sent me a picture. I was like, fucking hell.
Mate,
so he's getting it fixed at the end of the season.
Oh, mate, it's brutal. I said to him, I was like, be honest. When you see yourself in the mirror, are you gutted? And he was like, because I said to him, I was trying to be nice. I was like, it doesn't look too bad, mate. And I'm like, oh, but like, I was like, when you look in the mirror, are you gutted? And he was like, yes. So to be fair, he says it's still sore, mate. It looks brutal. Because remember, Ryan Grant had his fixed, didn't he? Do you remember when he got his fixed? And it was like
his collapsed.
So that's so slightly different. But like I remember him being in pain for like months. Like I didn't see him for like 3 months, and he was still fucked. So, but yeah, he needs that. He needs that sorted. He might get a better nose now, eh?
Well, you never know. Are you? I guess you won't head up. You won't head up to Tottenham until the day of the game, right?
No, night before, yeah.
So
we'll go
Blair
up
might
then.
be in town. Will you catch up with him or?
Well, mate, so I was hoping to stay and watch their game and then meet up with them afterwards with both trophies. But we're actually heading back straight after. And yeah, we got a social the next day and then for the next couple of days. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a winning social. It'll be good fun. But yeah, it's unfortunate I can't see him. I'm not really sure. I think I just messaged him there, so I'm not really sure. I think they might be flying in on the day of the final. And then they might be shooting back actually straight away because they've got a game the week after, I think, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Picture this then. So 70 minutes in, 80-0 down. Will you go for 3? Or?
How long have you been waiting to say that?
I just thought of it there. I just thought of it there.
You're a twat. Shut up, mate. No comment.
No comment. mate.
It was tough.
Just give us a quick line. Yeah, what was it? I bet it was a pretty dark Monday.
Oh,
Not for
mate,
you.
yeah.
I bet you were laughing.
No, it was awful.
Yeah.
No, it was tough. Like obviously watching it, mate, it was difficult because obviously they just lost Europe and they were obviously hungry as you know what like it's like after a big defeat like that, like they were like, right, we're gonna go for it now. And then obviously we had a slightly younger team and they just got a roll on and just didn't stop. And fair play, they were unbelievable. Like I don't think they put a foot wrong the whole game basically. So yeah, it was brutal. And then Monday like reviewed it, said what needed to be said, but then ultimately, like, we had a massive game. It was like a couple of boys' last game. Obviously, Johnny May, big character for the club. It was his last game at Kingsholm, and then obviously we've got this final the coming week. So we just kind of didn't have a choice really other than to crack on. I think it was important we put as many points as we could on Newcastle as well, just to give the fans a bit of faith.
You're out of order, mate. You're out of order. Would you rather, right? Here's a genuine question. And again, this hasn't been teed up. I'm just thinking it in my mind. Would you rather be the person that missed the 3 points when you're 80-0 down? Hold on. Or play for Newcastle and lose every game in the season?
Be the man who missed the 3.
You'd rather be that person?
Yes, but lose every single game in a year.
I just know what you're like. I just know that you blame on the team.
Do you just get me on to attack me? Is this what we're doing now? Is this what we're doing?
Sorry, it just came off my mind. That's the last one. That's the last one. We just had Aphelele Fassi on, and he said he's most looking forward to playing against you. That's what he said.
Did he actually? Why?
Yeah, he actually did.
Because I weigh 60 kilos. Because I weigh 60 kilos and he can smash me. Like, what's the crack there?
No,
like, why?
Genuine.
Genuinely, he was like, I'm looking forward to playing against Adam Hastings.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to playing against him, man.
Yeah, maybe. Talk to us, though. Right, let's go. The big one. Are you looking forward to it? It is massive, isn't it? Like, with everything that's happened this season, Gloucester haven't done as well as you would have hoped. Have you? But it's a big old target that you're going for. Yeah,
oh mate, I'm buzzing. Everyone's fizzing here. I think like last week's training, obviously coming off that loss, it was intense. Everyone was flying around. You know, they're having to pull boys off each other at times, and then I think this week will be more of the same. I think the coaches will just have a job of making sure we're like mentally there but ready to go. And it's massive for the club. Obviously, we won the Prem Cup this year. Prem's gone, badly. There's no way sugarcoating it, and I think to come away with a European win would be so good. Not as a collective as well, but for the fans, for everyone around the club, because we've got such a good fan base. And then obviously there's a few of us, like personally, in my last game for Gloucester, I mean, how good would that be to lift the trophy in my last game? And Johnny May, as I mentioned before, like big servant of the club, I think to get the win would be so cool. And it's at Tottenham. I went and watched the NFL there. That stadium's so cool. I think it'll just be amazing as well. And look, Sharks are a good team, man. They've got some big names and they're big boys, so that'll be no easy feat. I think it'll be a tricky game. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, I feel like we've got the team to do it, and we've been good in Europe as well. Our form's not dropped, so we'll see.
It's going to be so good.
It's interesting though, Hasto, because we put it to Aphelele that effectively they've kind of mirrored you guys over in the URC. You know, they're like doing pretty badly, and he admitted that, and it's all gambled on this Friday night massive contest for both sides. The pressure's on. The pressure's on.
Yeah, no, look, and these are the games you play for. Like the weather starts getting better. You can feel it. It sounds daft, but you can feel it when you get to grounds and it's like a nice hot day, and you can feel the pressure. And it's fun. Like that Treviso game was one of the funnest games I've had in a Gloucester shirt. Like it was just buzzing, and it's do or die, isn't it? It's not like a Prem game where obviously there's no relegation. So there is that element of if you lose, you're done. And I think that might have something to do with why we've been so good in Europe. But oh mate, it's going to be good. I'm excited.
Man, Tottenham is such a cool stadium, like you said. And on the Friday night, because I remember last year when Glasgow were in it, and over in Ireland, like the buzz the night before as well, because everyone's there for the game the next day as well. So you get a lot of the fans ready for the Toulouse match and stuff being in the stadium. It's just it's gonna be pretty
and it's
cool.
FA Cup as well, isn't? Is there an FA? Is that
no? Well, Scottish Cup's on Saturday. There is a big football. I think Wembley's on Saturday, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I swear there's a big football game, but yeah, like there'll be loads of fans there, and obviously the Champions Cup the next day. So it'll be interesting to see how many. I don't know how many tickets they've sold.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, Friday night and then bank holiday weekend as well will be massive. So I'm looking forward to it.
Weather's looking all right as well. Have you guys got a sort of you're going to play it fast and loose in mind, or is there a specific approach maybe?
Oh, what's that? They'll bluff them. No, we've not. Well, I don't know what we've. I know the moves and things like that. Because obviously we've been looking at them for a few weeks now since that Treviso game and knowing who we're going to play. But we've not had a meeting as a team meeting about Sharks yet. So I'd imagine that'll be tomorrow, and we'll find out the team, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, hopefully it's a nice night, and we've been playing some good stuff recently. So hopefully there's scope to chuck it about a bit.
I know you don't want to get ahead of yourselves, but you have always talked about celebrating with the trophy afterwards, so it's fine. Have you? Who's planning the night out? Who's planning Friday night out, and where are you going? Have you planned it? Because win or lose on the booze, you've got there's nothing to go. You know, you've got no game the week after, whereas Sharks do, and Sharks play Bulls the week after. So can you imagine that's going to be a write-off if they win it?
Yeah, bloody hell. To be fair, mate, because obviously you get like a social kitty through the year, so we give up money every month or whatever, and that goes in. And then, like last 4 weeks, boys are getting fined for like wearing the wrong socks. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're getting money into that kitty. But to be fair, they just basically like court-martialed it and just gave it to one of the boys who's injured. So he's been organising it behind the scenes. So we know roughly what's happening, but I think they just wanted everyone heads on the next couple of weeks. So yeah.
Is the kitty looking strong?
Healthy.
Strong London night out?
Oh mate, I think we had like, I want to say over 10 grand in there.
What?
Yeah, from the year, man, because like we've had socials throughout the year, so it might not be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over 10, especially after this week. 50 fines tomorrow.
Yeah, did someone get fined for going for the 3 points at 80-0?
No.
Whoever made the decision.
Right.
I'm not saying who missed it should get fined. Whoever chose to go to the posts.
Oh mate, fucking hell. Nah,
The kitty must have grown.
There's no fines for it on the pitch. There's no fines for on the pitch, mate.
Okay.
Is that true? No, come on.
Maybe excessive celebration. That would be the only one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there'd be some. Yeah, what's for like cringiness? There'll be.
yeah, there's a lot of cringy ones, and then just like your standard late to meetings, like, you know what I mean. It's good though. It's good crack.
10K. Bearing in mind it's what, an 8 o'clock kickoff. You'll get out for like 11.
It's the whole weekend. It's the whole weekend.
Oh, it's for the whole weekend. No,
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we're coming back after the game to Cheltenham. Yeah. But to be fair, like, okay, it'd be good to go out, but I think being on the bus together, like, remember when we were in Paris during COVID and we couldn't go out afterwards, but we just stayed in the hotel all night, and it was actually unbelievable. Like, it was probably better than going out, to be honest. So.
Fuck, have you got a couple of those straw pedo things we're doing?
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I need to get
They
them,
were
actually.
unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
We've done a little section with Aphelele just there. We've got some quick fire questions. You're getting them as well. Here we go.
All right, Hasto. Can you say the full name of your opposition?
Hollywood Bet Sharks.
Oh, he's got it. Hollywood Bet Sharks,
Hollywood
baby.
Bet Sharks.
Where do they play?
Durban.
Name of the stadium?
Durban RFC football ground. Hollywood Bet Sharks Stadium.
I should know this. Is it Kings Park?
Yeah, Hollywood Bets Kings Park Stadium. Who's their biggest threat?
Mapimpy.
Who are you most looking forward to facing?
Etzebeth, I think.
Have you played
Not
against before?
not one-on-one. Like
Yeah, sorry. Dreadful call.
But he's with the baby's arm. It's going to be.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. Baby's arm.
It'll be good. We got the clip with the baby's arm. Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, when you go in the change room for a beer after, you've got to confirm to us in a few weeks when you come back on whether it is a baby's arm.
I'll give him a little pat.
Wait, hang on, because Wills, that means Hasto has to go into the opposition changing room, into the shower to be like, all right, and then just walk out.
That's all right. You go in the change room for a couple of beers afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, just naked beers.
Yeah, and just hanging around like the fucking bogs and the showers, just waiting to see his cock.
That's all right. We're all mates, eh?
Well, by all accounts, you can see it through his trousers, so just...
All right, roger that. I'll have a look.
Good, great. Who are you least looking forward to facing?
Probably one of their front rowers. I don't know. What's
Bongi
the...
and Benambi. Say
Yeah.
Bongi and Benambi.
Bongi and Benami.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good one. Good one. I see you've done some good research, Hasto.
I can't say his name. I don't want to offend the bloke.
One of the big guys.
I don't want to offend the bloke.
Who's going to have the best support in the stadium?
Gloucester.
What's gone wrong this season?
What do you mean, mate? We've won a cup and we're hopefully going to win another one. 2 finals.
That's it. Doing that to all the crowd. And
Yeah.
all right, fair. So nothing's gone wrong with this season. Well, then I don't need to say whether this game on Friday will put the entire season to right.
No, I don't think so. But it shows that we have the capacity to win massive games. So I think that shows more about the squad. Yeah.
Give us a score prediction.
25-27.
To you winning.
To Gloucester,
Yeah.
Yeah. Most important of all, will you be packing the champagne goggles?
No.
Superstition?
I'm quite superstitious. So I think you're looking to jinx yourself there. That's why I touched wood when I said about the trophy with Blair.
I can't let you go without a quick word on your old mate. You've obviously seen his antics on our social media. Blair Kinghorn, imagine 6 months ago, sat at Edinburgh, fighting it out for like 10th. And now look at him. What about the luck of that man?
Mate, I just kept FaceTiming and being like, fuck you. Because I kept getting fucking injured, mate. And then, like, I crashed, like, someone crashed into my car outside my house. And I was just like, what a prick. And he's sending me videos of his pool. And I'm just like, you're rebelling. Man, I remember when he signed, I was like, because we were both in contract talks. And I was like, what's the crack? And he was like, bro, ring me later. And I was like, just tell me. He's like, ring me later. So I was like, all right, it'll be a Prem team. And he's like, it's Toulouse. And I was just like, for fuck's sake. And then he didn't know if it was going to get put through. And then it went through. And fuck me, fair play. He's been flying, hasn't he? He's been playing so well. So good. I couldn't happen to a better bloke, man, as well. Like, top guy.
No, it is. And he's been so good. Have you been out to see him yet? When are you getting out there?
Nah, well, I might. I was thinking of doing it in June after I'm back from my holiday, after the final. So yeah, I might pop over for a weekend and see him.
Huge thank you, Asa, as always, for coming on. We absolutely love having you on. Really appreciate it, mate.
Cheers, no worries. Thanks, guys. Anytime.
Best of luck, brother. All the best.
Cheers,
Friday.
mate. I'll feel his cock for you.
Thank you very much.
Sadly, that's all the time we've got left for this week. A huge thank you to Max and to Ryan and to Aphelele and to Adam. And we will see you all next week.
More or nothing.